In this guide, we're going to demystify the stock screen. We'll break down the most common numbers you see when you open your brokerage app, from basic price and change to more complex concepts like market cap and volume. By the end, you'll have the context you need to look at any stock screen with confidence. When you open a brokerage app, the screen can look overwhelming. Numbers everywhere, prices moving, percentages changing. But once you understand what each number represents, the screen becomes much simpler. Let's break it down. The first number you'll always see is the price. This is the current price of one share of the stock, or ETF. If a stock is trading at $50, that means one share costs $50 right now. That price is constantly changing based on supply and demand. Next, you'll usually see a change number. This might be shown as a dollar amount or a percentage. For example, plus $2 or plus 4%. This tells you how much the price has moved over a specific period. Most of the time, that period is 1 day. So if a stock is up $2, that means it has increased by $2 since the previous market close. The percentage helps you understand the size of that movement. A $2 move means something very different on a $10 stock than it does on a $200 stock. Next, you'll often see a chart. Charts show how the price has changed over time. You might see options like 1 day, 5 days, 1 month, 1 year, or even longer. These charts are not predictions. They are just a visual history of price movement. Beginners often make the mistake of thinking charts tell you what will happen next. They don't. They only show what has already happened. Another important number is market cap. Market cap stands for market capitalization. It represents the total value of a company. It's calculated by multiplying the stock price by the number of shares. So if a company has 1 billion shares and each share is worth $10, the market cap is $10 billion. This helps you understand the size of the company. Large companies tend to be more stable. Smaller companies can be more volatile. You may also see volume. Volume tells you how many shares have been traded during the day. Higher volume means more activity. Lower volume means fewer trades. Volume doesn't tell you if something is good or bad. It just tells you how active that stock is. Another number you might see is the 52-week range. This shows the highest and lowest price the stock has traded at over the past year. This gives you context. It helps you see where the current price sits relative to its recent history. Now let's walk through a more complete example. Imagine you open your brokerage app and you see a stock trading at $50. Right beside it, you see plus $2 and plus 4%. That tells you the stock has gone up $2 today, which equals about 4%. Below that, you see a chart set to 1 day. The line moves up and down throughout the day. That movement might look dramatic, but it's just showing how the price changed over time. Now you switch the chart from 1 day to 1 year. Suddenly, the movement looks very different. What felt like a big jump on the 1-day chart might look small on the 1-year chart. This is important. The time frame you choose changes how the movement feels. Short time frames can look noisy and dramatic. Longer time frames often look smoother. Now look at the market cap. Let's say it shows $200 billion. That tells you this is a very large company. Large companies tend to move more slowly. Now compare that to a smaller company with a market cap of $2 billion. The smaller company can move much faster in either direction. Same screen, different context. Now look at volume. If volume is high, that means a lot of shares are being traded. That usually means more activity and more attention. If volume is low, fewer people are trading that stock. Again, this doesn't tell you what will happen next. It just tells you how active things are. Now here's the key point. All of these numbers are connected. Price tells you where the stock is right now. Change tells you what it did today. The chart shows how it moved over time. Market cap tells you how big the company is. Volume tells you how active trading is. None of these numbers are instructions. They are context. Once you start seeing them that way, the screen stops feeling random. And instead of reacting to individual numbers, you begin to understand the full picture. Once you know what each number means, the screen becomes less intimidating. And instead of reacting, you start observing. That's where better decisions begin. Today, we've covered the core data points that define a stock's status. You now understand how price reflects current cost, how change in charts provide historical context, and how market cap and volume reveal the scale and activity of a company. Remember, these numbers aren't a map of the future. They are a snapshot of the present. With this foundation, you can stop reacting to the noise and start making informed, steady observations. Subscribe for more money tips. Thanks for watching.